All right, so this is going to be the first video in a series I want to do dealing with everything in the leg lock world. So obviously it's going to be in no-gi. This is just going to be the first video, intro into it, some super basic fundamental stuff. And what I decided to do is I just took all the steps, walked backwards from where I started, where I'm at today, to all the way back to when I first started with the leg lock stuff. And then this is how I started. This is the same exact route that I took to get to where I'm at today. So the first thing, starting with the most basic, number one thing, is going to be the straight ankle lock. This is the best place to start because everyone can do it, white belt to black belt. Everyone can do straight ankle locks, gi or no gi. So the very first day you train in, as long as you're in the adult program, 16 years and older, you can do a straight ankle lock. The more advanced stuff is actually easier to get. It's easier to do, like the heel hooks and things like that. So by starting with the straight ankle lock, you're setting yourself up to have a good foundation. You're going to have to be technically better to get the finish when it comes to straight ankle locks. So then you set a good foundation, and then when you move on, as you progress through the belts and you get new tools, new technique that you're allowed to do, then it's going to be even easier because you set that good foundation. So without further ado, we're going to start with the straight ankle lock. All right, so we're going to start with a straight ankle lock. I'll go over the leg position in a second. We'll go the break-in mechanics on how to do the leg lock. And then my next video is going to be a better, more in-depth breakdown of the positioning, which is the single leg X position. So starting with the ankle lock. So right here, this is the ankle. In the beginning, you just want to wrap around like someone's neck, like you're going for like a super basic guillotine, just getting started. Just grab a hold of it. And your goal should not be to finish right away. That's not the first goal. The goal is especially in the beginning, your goals in jiu-jitsu should be position over submission. That will not always be true for everything forever and ever and ever, but in the beginning, it's definitely the better way to go, position over submission. So that way you get technically better first, and then you can get your quick lucky ones in competition or something as you get better. So in the beginning, I just wrap up and I hold, and then we're going to work on the leg work and stuff like that, but we're just getting a hold of them, making sure they stay in here. They're going to freak out the most at first, then they're going to kind of accept it and calm. They can only fight for so long nonstop. So for the breaking mechanics, we start off, you just grab anywhere. Whatever's easiest, where you grab, that's where you grab, and that's fine. But when it's time to break, we want to slide down here. So I want my forearm right against her heel, hitting her Achilles right here. So the little trick I like to do with this is I go ahead and I get my grip position with my hands, which looks like the guillotine grip, just grabbing the blade here. And then I throw my hand back and then throw it back like this. So I shoot through and then shoot back through here. You'll figure out what's comfortable for you, how you want to do that. And it takes a little bit of practice, but you see now I'm lined up on her Achilles really good right here. The other part is wrist, middle, upper part of the forearm right here. They've all got like different reasons for them. This, you can get deeper and tighter, but it's soft muscle. This, it's a hard bone right here, which is painful, but they have the most space right here to slip their foot. So I prefer right in the middle, right here. Try to get that right there so I got space on both sides right here. And then this correlates with your shin as far as like the way your fingers, toes, hand, foot, wrist, ankle, and then you got shin and forearm. And as you know, shins are quite sensitive. So this is a spot, it will hurt you as you go for it on people when you get a good one with a strong person who doesn't tap right away. It is painful, but you can condition this over time and get stronger with it right here. So I get this all set up right here. And then first thing you want to do, this is just upper body. We'll go over the leg mechanics in a minute, but I want to fill my lungs up with air, stick my chest out, and get an arch in my back. Now everything's tight. And then we would start to proceed to lean backwards like this to get the break. So that's breaking mechanics with your upper body. What you need on your lower body is to hold their leg in place. If I'm over here trying to break, but she can move around and undo what I'm doing to force the tap, then it's never going to work. So single leg X, really quick, really briefly. This foot flexed behind her opposite hamstring. This foot flexed. I went under her leg to the outside, and I put my foot up on her hip right here, and then I bring this knee down to my ankle, creating a closed circuit right here. And it's going to be, this one's pushing more, and this one's more pulling my knee to my chest right here. And then in the beginning here, even maybe before you get that guillotine grip, you can just pinch with your elbow to hold them in. Or when you get this here, you just hold on right here. And then so this is the position here. I'm above her knee, so I pinch in here, and then I can hold her in place while I do everything else. So get the grip, get it where I want it. It's right in the middle of my forearm. It hurts me a little bit right now, but I know it hurts her more. Fill up my chest, and then I want to drop from my elbow to my shoulder here. Boom, that tightens it up a lot. She's ready to tap already. And then from here, now I can proceed to lean back and get the break. So I'll show you a little bit different angle right here. So I set up my position here, wrap, get my grip, sling it down, get it to the spot I want. Make sure you don't let the heel slip out. This is an Aoki lock, and this is not legal at every level. So here, drop to my shoulder, fill up my chest, get the arch in my back, and then I'm just gonna, and in the beginning, if you have a problem getting a good arch, the cue you can do is look up and behind you to get you to get a good arch in your back, but you don't have to do that forever. And that's the intro, the most basic intro into the leg lock world, which is going to be your straight ankle lock. Remember, everyone can do this at all levels.